If you are playing Windrose and you're dying over and over again, then this video is perfect for you. Hello Dodo Crew and welcome back to another video on Windrose. Grab a bottle of water and let's get straight into it. One factor that has a huge impact on your combat ability is the amount of health you have, as this allows you to take more damage and last longer in battle. At the start, you begin with 2 segments on your health bar. You will quickly realize that this isn't very much and that you need to gain more health fast. In the lower left corner, you'll see 2 icons that look like chicken legs. These 2 icons indicate that you can gain 2 buffs by eating food, which are then consumed. To do this, you simply need to eat 2 different dishes to further increase your health bar. Each type of food gives a health bonus and can provide additional buffs if you consume higher quality food. The duration of the buff is always between 5 and 30 minutes. For example, coconuts and bananas give you a buff for 5 to 7 minutes and your health bar increases by 1 segment. The food you eat appears in the bottom left corner of the screen and the timer starts running immediately. At the beginning, it doesn't matter much what you eat. This mechanic works so that when you eat a dish, fruit or vegetable, you gain an additional segment to your health based on the food you eat. This is temporarily available and counts towards your maximum health. How long you have this buff depends on how good the food you ate is. Fruits, vegetable and uncooked food provide this buff only for a few minutes, while cooked dishes give you this buff for significantly longer. If your health runs out, you can also heal the additional health with a bandage or healing potion, as long as the food buff is still active. The first foods you can get are coconuts, bananas or chili peppers, but you can set up a cooking station and cook some dodos or wild boar meat pretty fast. Enhancing these dishes with ingredients you find on the island will also increase the quality of the buff and the duration. You can also continue upgrading the cooking and crafting stations, but as for why you should do that and what benefits it brings, there will be a new video on that a little later. As you complete your first quests, you'll build a camp on your island, and this is important. Decorative elements, better crafting stations and a nice looking base aren't just for show in this game. They serve a practical purpose. Specifically, every time you visit your base, you receive a rested buff. This significantly increases your stamina regeneration and helps you explore and fight creatures better. You gain the buff after placing a bonfire, and it improves with every structure you place. Especially decorative elements like chairs, tables and shelves improve your rested buff. Similar to the health buff, the better your buff, the longer it lasts, and the further you can explore the island. Stamina is consumed when you run, jump, dodge, fight, and even when you parry enemy attacks. Alongside health, stamina is your most important resource, because if your stamina runs out, enemies will quickly overwhelm you and you'll die. So keep an eye on your stamina and stay aware of it. Every decorative item you add to your base increases your rested buff by 1 or more levels. At level 1, the buff lasts for 5 minutes, but at level 2, it lasts for 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Every decorative item, except for trophies, work only once, and some items within the same category do not stack. So, if you place a chair, it only works 1 time. If you place a table, it also works only 1 time. Gportal is a game server hosting provider where you can rent your own servers to play multiplayer games with your friends. They support over 100 games, including titles like ARK Survival Evolved, Rust and Minecraft. Setting up a server is super simple. You can get started in just 2 clicks, add mods easily and rely on their premium support if you run into any issues. For the best performance, you can customize your server size and location or let Gportal automatically recommend the best setup for you. If you use the link in my description or scan the QR code on screen, you'll get 10% off your server. You can even combine my code with their ongoing promotions to save even more at gportal.com. If you're coming from other games like ARK, you're probably only familiar with attacking. In Windrose, however, you'll quickly see that relying only on attacks puts you at a disadvantage against your opponents. You also have the option to block, parry and dodge attacks. When you block, you simply deflect your opponent's attack, but this consumes some of your armor and stamina. If your armor or stamina runs out, your armor breaks and the opponent can hit you. Many opponents also have a block on their own and can withstand your attacks until you break their armor. This armor regenerates over time, just like your stamina, and can be used multiple times in battle. Parrying is more difficult, but yields significantly better rewards. If you parry an opponent's attack at the right moment, you deflect the attack and the opponent is stunned for some time and can be attacked without issues. Your parry consumes stamina, but can be used very effectively to counter attacks and quickly kill your opponents. This works especially well against individual opponents with easy recognizable attack patterns. This is much harder against groups of enemies. The best way to deal with groups of enemies is to dodge. To do this, you must press the control key the moment they attack and press in the direction you want to dodge. Pro tip: dodge away from the enemies. You can't dodge through them, which will basically kill you instantly, since you'll run straight into their attack. A dodge consumes stamina, so pay close attention to how much stamina you have. If it runs out, you'll be left defenseless. Because you asked so many times about the lock-on, I'll still keep it short. I'd use it against single enemies, but as soon as you're fighting groups of enemies, you'll often run into the problem where the lock jumps back and forth between targets, causing you to lose focus, making the fight chaotic and leading to a quick death. It's best not to use it in the start of the game, because it just feels a bit clunky and causes more frustration than it actually helps. When fighting multiple enemies, stay mobile. Keep your fingers off the lock-on button. You'll definitely get flanked and kite the enemies around so you can kill them one by one. I hope you liked this video and I'm thrilled to read if this video has helped you. Hit the like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm and consider subbing to the channel. Alright, Frodo.